Hello, everybody. I hope you guys are doing well. I'd like to welcome you to my channel, Rain Shadow Reads. We're going to be doing a love reading today for the sign of Leo. All right, I don't know about you guys, but today's been one of those crazy days. Like, it's just been like everything seems to be going wrong. Let me just fix this, guys. Okay, this is kind of in my way. Let me see. There, does that work for you guys? Hopefully. Okay, I'm gonna put this away. Anyway, as I was saying, I don't know where to put this thing. It's been a crazy day, like a really kind of shitty day because the internet's been going on and off and it just annoys me. Like, it's really been pissing me off because it's like, why? I don't understand why I'm having an issue with the internet. What the heck is going, like I really don't like when something doesn't make sense. So usually I can figure out why. I know why things happen. I know what's going on, even if it's an emotional issue, if it's a weird issue, if it's some sort of metaphysical thing. I usually have an understanding as to what is going on and why. Okay. So when I don't, I find this so frustrating. Like, I'm looking for the reason why. Why is the internet going off and on? Like, I'm online, it's connected, but the router is just, it's working and then it's not working, and then it's working and it's not working. And this happened, this started all of a sudden, and that's the beginning of my rant, which I will save you guys from, okay? Because I could go on and on, but I won't. I will not do that to you guys today. We're going to focus on love, and I really hope your love life is better than my day. Okay, because if it's anything like my day, I am sorry. All right, so let's see. What are we going to start with? We're going to get just a feel, okay? Just a feel of what's going on with you. Any channeled messages that want to come through right now would be great before we get into the actual love reading, okay? So let's begin. Let me just take a minute to focus. Okay, guys, so I've been getting lately, kind of like as a collective, I think that there's an emphasis on needing to take care of our physical bodies. I don't know if you guys are drinking enough water, but I feel that there's like, I just kind of feel like some of you are dehydrated. It might be causing headaches, and it just, you might not know exactly what the headache is from, but it's because you're dehydrated and you need to drink more water, okay? If we don't take care of our physical bodies, a lot of times we have other issues. We have emotional issues. We might be kind of like really emotional, like emotionally unstable, it'll seem. And it's just because we're not taking care of ourselves physically. We're not eating right. We're not eating as we should. We're not getting exercise. So we're not providing an outlet for the stress. And everything will pile up if we don't take care of ourselves physically. Our body, excuse me, it's just part of our being. We have our body, we have our spirit, we have our soul, we have our mind, which our mind is part of our soul, I believe. So it's important that we take care of all aspects of ourselves, okay? I say our mind is part of our soul. It's just, that's because that's something that I was taught to me. And it's not something I've really given a lot of thought, or like where I've actually done like where I've meditated on it to say that that's truth. I'm not sure, guys, because I say that and I feel like I'm hesitant. So I don't, maybe I believe that just might be wrong information. Okay, guys, I don't know. I just feel like I said that and it was wrong. Okay, so I retract that statement. Our mind is not part of our soul. Okay, there we go. Now I feel better. Yeah. So let's see, what messages do we have for Leo today, Holy Spirit? Can you please give us messages of truth, Father? Let it be messages that they need to hear, that may lift them up and provide them insight into their lives. Okay. My last reading I was doing Taurus, and I just got nauseous, like at the end of the reading, but I started feeling nauseous. And so I say there's like really this emphasis on physical care. So as I was saying, take care of all aspects of ourselves. So that means providing ourselves, an outlet for our stress. That means getting to the root of our problem. That means reflecting, meditating, whatever it takes for you to go within. That's important to do. Taking care of ourselves so that we can help others. A lot of times the devil will want to keep us down, keep us frustrated, keep us in a position where we're unable to help others, where we're frustrated, angry, tired. And then we can't do the work that we're supposed to do. We can't do the work that God wants us to do and has for us to do, because we're not in a position. We're tired, we're too stressed out, we're just, we're down in a lower energy, and we can't get out. It's like we can't get out of it. And so we're unable to help other people. We're unable to even, we're not even aware, and we're just so caught up in our own stuff that we don't see the opportunities where we're supposed to act. And so it's really important that we are mindful of this, and to make sure we're attending our needs, and so that we're not caught up in where we're being controlled, where we're being manipulated by the devil, where the devil's having us unable to do what we're meant to do. Okay, we're not the devil's puppet. All right, you guys. So anyway, let's get going. So I'm getting kind of like a community energy. Okay, like I need to work together. Yeah, there's a need to work together. I think there might be issues in this. Maybe we've had problems, coming to a place of agreement or of unity, or of where we're compromising. Each of us is compromising fairly. A community, coming together as a community. And right now, with the condition that the world's in, I think this is important. If we can all pull together and work together to get through this, there's huge power in a collective belief. So like, if we all believe and focus on something, then we can achieve it. It's amazing how much we'd be capable if we would all pull together collectively and visualize something on a large scale. Like if we would all come together and visualize the healing of the planet, more people focused on taking care of the earth and of not hurting it, of taking care of the environment, of the habitats, maintaining the natural habitats, to stop damaging earth just because we're selfish and we want money. Okay, because it means, we can get a lot of money if we, get this petroleum. We hurt others, we hurt the earth, we hurt the planet, we hurt the animals. And if the animals can't live here, we are also an animal. Okay, so it's a huge deal when animals start to die. Okay, I don't know if I read an article a while back about how birds populations have been declining, and this is really alarming, because it's just like, I don't know what people think, that if the animals start dying, if this planet cannot maintain life for small animals, how long do you think it's going to maintain life for larger animals, mammals such as ourselves? We also need the earth to be in good condition so that we can survive here. But we're not taking care of the earth, and it's like, if everybody would pull together and do their part, it makes a huge difference. So say, oh, what difference does it make if I recycle and no one else does? Who cares? If you're the only one doing it, do it. Spread the word. Do your part and trust God to to take care of his part, to say, put it in other people's hearts. You can spread the word and just hopefully it'll ignite that light in someone else to want to do the same. And if we all did our own part and just, it would make a huge difference. If we all focused on one thing, you know how fast it would manifest? I mean, it's just something like that. Like, I'm just getting this need to come together, okay? To be in agreement. And we would have, like, say, if a lot of people are angry or a lot of people are thinking of something, just like, it's amazing how fast something will come into reality based off of a collective belief or a collective thought, okay? And a collective emotion. So I don't know where this is coming from, guys. That's what I mean by just random messages. But yeah, that's what I'm getting today. So anyway, so let me pull some cards and we'll see where you guys are at. What? So Holy Spirit, can you please show me where Leo is at? Like, where's Leo? Where's Leo right now? What are they currently going through? What message you have for Leo right now, please? What message you have for Leo, please? Oh. So we have contrasting energy, like dark and light, dark and light. I kind of see like coming out of the darkness. Yes, that's what it is. You're coming out of a dark place, Perfect. This is like enlightenment. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, you guys. Look at this. Okay, so this also is your solar plexus chakra. Okay. Might want to, focus some healing energy there. But I just see like coming out of a dark place, seeing the light. That's really good. So this could be, this could relate to the relationship. You guys might have been going through a really hard time and you're coming out of that. And it's like by choosing to focus on the positive, by choosing not to look at the negative, by not giving your energy to the negative parts of the relationship or things that you don't like. Don't focus on what you don't want to see, because you're just going to see more of it. Like, why give your energy to that? And I really see you taking the initiative just to have a positive attitude to, I mean, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful energy right here. It really is, you guys. So I'm proud of you. That takes a lot, and that's really hard because we have certain ways that we get stuck in thinking. We have patterns that, it's like, so we have years of thinking and just falling into a thought pattern or the cycle. And it's like to come out of that. So I really see you coming out of like a depressing energy, a dark energy. Maybe you're coming out of the dark night of the soul and it's like, finally, a breath of fresh air, Yeah. Like the warmth. I just feel it's like the warm sun, getting outside, so you're not like living in a cave, just because we're home, we're supposed to stay home during this coronavirus shit that's going on. That doesn't mean we can't go outside and enjoy the sun, just go outside every day and just kind of just close your eyes and be thankful. Be thankful for everything that you still have, for everything that God gives us, that we're still alive. And as long as you're alive, you have an opportunity. You might not be where you want to be, but you still are here. So you still have an opportunity to keep going, to keep pushing forward. It doesn't mean you're stuck here. This isn't the end yet, So you still have time to change. It's like every day is a new day. Every day is another opportunity to start over, to do it different, okay? Don't get caught into believing that this, that there's no hope for change. And I'm not saying that you are. I see that you're coming out of that you're coming out of a dark, kind of destructive mindset. So that's really good, you guys. All right, so now for the love reading, we are going to that took a long time. I don't know why. That's like 14 minutes already, and I've just been going on, man. Okay, I hope that resonated with somebody, that message. I'm sure whoever it's meant for will hear it, you guys. As always, I love to hear about it. If you guys do resonate with the reading, I love to hear about it. If you comment in the comments and let me know that it reached you, So current situation, feelings about the relationship, about the situation. Okay, so we're going to look at you and your person. So Leo, we're going to start with you. Holy Spirit, can you please give us insight into the relationship, this relationship that Leo's in or wants to be in, or the person that they have in mind, Lord. Okay, this is the love reading for Leo. Okay. So how does Leo feel about the current situation? How does Leo feel about the current situation, please? How does Leo feel about the current situation? How does Leo feel about the current situation with their person? About the current situation, current relationship. I think a lot of them are flipping over in here, so let me grab those. Okay, so we have... So yeah, so we have this change, a change in thinking, a change of the way there used to be, the change in this, it's like the same message I just got, that it's like your current feelings, it's just like that you've decided to stop, you've decided to change your mindset. It's like this mental energy, this mentality. You've changed. And because it's like, if I'm not happy and if I don't like something, well, and you can't force someone else to change. So a lot of times it takes you to change. What can I change? What do I need to change about the way that I see this, the way that I'm thinking? What do I need to believe to be true for this to be okay, for me to be okay with this, And I just really see you coming out of that and just taking responsibility for your own happiness. To stop, stop getting upset over things that you can't change. And accepting things for what they are. It's just this transformation. There's Scorpio energy here. But there's this transformation in the way that you think. It's beautiful. So the way you're looking at this relationship has changed. You know that you're no longer getting upset about it. You're no longer crying over it. Okay? So let's see about your person. Spirit, can you show me about the person that Leo is dealing with? How do they feel right now about this relationship? What are they thinking or feeling about this relationship? Please, Leo's person. The person that Leo is dealing with or interested in, how are they feeling? Oof. Oh. So they're really hopeful. They have, we have the Sun card, but this, the Sun is the most positive card. And the Sun came out earlier too, right here, in the first cards that I pulled. The Sun. It's like these blending of colors. But bright, it's a really bright card. Huh. It's like this bouquet of flowers that melts down into colors. The colors of life. So they're really, it's like the same. You've come out of this darker kind of mindset. And they also have, they have a brighter. So it's like you took the initiative. And they're right there on the same page with you. They're also seeing things in a brighter, more positive way. They're thinking more positively about this relationship. They're hopeful about it. It's like they've probably, it's like I'm thinking that they might have had this enlightenment, where they finally realized something. Maybe this coronavirus and like the time away and where you've really just been able to go within. We've all been able to really go within and think about where we're at in life and what we're doing and everything, we've had there's been an extra, we've been able to slow down and actually think about things and I think that's been really good. It's been really positive for people to realize what it is they want, and so I see that this person that you're dealing with, Leo, is seeing things in a more positive way. Like, it's not, this relationship, whatever you guys have been through and everything, but it's like, it's not that bad. You know what I mean? Like, this is actually, this is a good thing in my life. This is a positive thing in my life. So they're seeing you in a positive light. They're seeing the relationship as something good and positive in their life. Something that brings them up. It's an uplifting part of their life. And that's awesome. That's great, because you don't want a relationship to bring you down, really, a relationship. And of course, there's always, ups and downs, like every other area of your life. But it shouldn't be something that brings you down. You know what I mean? A relationship should be positive. It should be strong. It should, it's like this card should represent a relationship, a healthy relationship. Okay? So let's see how you feel about your person. Holy Spirit, how does Leo feel about their person, about the person that they're dealing with, the person they're involved with? How does Leo feel about their person? Holy Spirit, please show me. How does Leo feel about their person, please? you know, you feel like this is the one. You feel there's a special connection with this person that you haven't had with anyone else. You feel like this is your person. This is the one. You know, you might feel like this is your soulmate, but this is the one. You feel like this is the one for you. It's beautiful. So let me see. How does your person feel about you? How does Leo's person feel about Leo? Please feel. How does Leo's person feel about Leo, please? So, Leo, your person about you is, it feels like if you guys, it's like, I think, okay, so what I'm getting is that you guys have had a lot of argument, a lot of fighting, you know? So they feel like if we can get over, I feel like maybe, what I'm getting is that they feel like you talk a lot, like you have a loud mouth, you know? So when you fight, it's just like you're really loud. And they feel like if only you would shut up, you know, then we would have a happy home. You know, they feel like this is a good place. This is, you know, this is good. But dang, when you guys argue, they just can't get you to be quiet. I feel like you just go off. You know, you might, you know, well, I mean, you might have that aggressive kind of energy where you just go off. And I feel like if you would just stop with that, you know, that this would be a happy home, you know. It's like this is the only thing they feel like, you know, that they it's your mouth, you know, and the fighting. It's when you guys argue, you know. If they would just love to just, you know, because we have this, okay, I mean, it's like, come on, they would love to keep your mouth shut. You know what I mean? Look at this card. Just like, if I could just get my Leo to shut up, we would be fine. You know, just stop arguing with me. Why do you have to argue, Leo? Why? You know, but it's not that bad because they know that, like, it's really just words, you know, that, yeah, and they're accepting you for that's the way you are. You know what I mean? If you have a problem, you're going to say you have a problem, you know, and it could be worse. It's like, you know, it's not like, hey, at least I'm not passive aggressive. You know what I mean, Leo? It's like, at least I'm not fake and I'm not acting like I don't have a problem when I do. If I have a problem, you know I have a problem and you know what it is. That's energy I get for you, Leo, you know? And I don't disagree with you at all. But this person, sometimes it's just like, man, you know that it's really hard, you know, to deal with you and your mouth. So that's how they feel. That's what, you know, that's how they feel about you. Really, like, it's just like this is something that really, you know, it's a big deal to them. And it's probably, you know, I'm sure this is something that's come up that they've told you about, that they really, you know, it really bothers them, it really gets to them, you know. But it's something that's like, well, this is how I am, you know. But it's not necessarily something that you don't need to work on, because it is disrespectful. When you're yelling at somebody, it is disrespectful. And if they're not yelling at you, there's no, you know, it's like, if you could keep your voice down out of, you know, out of respect for that person, I think things would be a lot better. Okay. It doesn't mean you don't have to be quiet. It's not like you can't say what bothers you, but you don't have to yell about it, is what I'm getting. Okay. The yelling, they feel really disrespected by your yelling. All right, you guys. So now let's see, we're gonna look into recent past. Okay, Holy Spirit, can you please show me the recent past between Leo and this person? Show me the recent past between Leo and their person, please. So,
Mom?
Yeah? Yes, Abiel?
You paused the video?
I can. Hold on, guys. Give me just a second. Okay, sorry about that, guys. My son wanted some ice cream. And he couldn't wait, apparently. No, but I told him just to put the ice cream out and to wait till I was done, okay? So we've already got, I know this is getting a little bit long, guys. I'll try to speed it up a little bit. But so what I'm getting, Leo, is that in the recent past there was I get like a burden, but you were, what I'm getting, Leo, is that you felt like you were alone. and you were carrying all this weight, like everything was up to you, like it was all on you. And it's like you felt alone, but the thing is that you didn't want to ask for help either. It's like you carried this burden and it was hard, but you didn't want anyone to know. Like you weren't showing people how hard this was. You weren't asking for help. It's like you carried this burden and you didn't want anyone to know about it. You didn't want anyone to know that you were carrying it. That's what I'm getting in the recent past, feeling like, but it's like, it's weird because it's like, if you're alone, what I mean, you feel alone, but it's like, if you don't ask for help, how can you expect help? Like, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes we have to open up and ask, to let somebody know, hey, I'm really struggling here. Hey, you know what? I need help. Like, hey, I feel like it, you're putting everything on me. This relationship is about both of us. You have to put in work too. Like, why is it all on me? Like, why am I the one that has to change? Why am I the only, why am I the one that cares more? And you know what I mean? It's just kind of like, and that's what you felt like, feeling like it was all up to you. Like you were the one that had, like, I want to cry. Oh my gosh. It's a lonely feeling. It's lonely and that's hard. Let me get a recent past card for your person, Leo. What was going on with them when you were carrying this, weight? Okay. Holy Spirit, show me the recent past for Leo's person, please. Recent past for Leo's person, please. And I felt that, Leo. It's hard. It's hard. It's sad because it's like, we shouldn't, we're with somebody, we shouldn't feel that way. We shouldn't feel like we're alone. You know what I mean? Like, why am I alone if I'm with someone? It's worse than actually being alone. It's easier to be alone and know that you're alone than to be with somebody and be alone. You know what I mean? I know that you're going to know what that means, because this is your energy. What's going on with Leo's person during all of this in the recent past? Holy Spirit, please. What's going on with Leo's person? Recent past for Leo's person, please. Okay. We had flip. Magician. Okay. So you might be dealing with Virgo, Gemini. This person might be dealing with, might be a Virgo, Gemini. We also have Capricorn energy. So okay. Aries. Wow, we have we have 3 major arcanas right here. So this person was going through a lot too, okay? They were really struggling as well. They were struggling with their ego. They were in some, they had this devil energy that they hadn't overcome. I don't, even now, I don't know if they've overcome it. This is recent past, so this might still be lingering. But they were really struggling with their ego. They have past energy that they didn't heal. This could have been like a past relationship they had. This could have been your guys' past, something that happened in your guys' past that they haven't been able to get over. They were trying to create a more stable foundation economically, is what I'm getting. So they were really working on making money. They were focused on business, and it's like, I don't know if they realized that they left you alone feeling this way, because I honestly, I feel like they weren't aware of everything that you were going through and what it was like for you. They didn't see that. They couldn't see it because they had their own shit. They had this, they had their own issues with their ego, with this, I don't know what this devil energy is, but I can clarify it, okay? really just trying to make something for themselves, really just they were trying to come up. Really is what I'm getting. They're just trying to come up, you know, come up and come out of something. They're trying to make something, trying to make themselves better, you know. That's what I'm getting. So let me clarify this devil energy. What was this devil energy about? You know, so it's like it's not like they were just watching you. You know what I mean? They weren't. They had their own shit they were dealing with. You know, it wasn't easy for them either. And they weren't trying. You know, I honestly get they weren't trying to make you feel this way, and they weren't trying to leave you alone to to carry all of this. You know, but they couldn't. It's like where they were at, they couldn't. You know, what they were giving you was all they could at the time. You know, it's all they were capable of at the time. You know, and you might think, no, you know, but it's like, you know, they were struggling and they weren't telling you either. They weren't telling you everything that they were going through. Okay? Just like you. You weren't trying to show, and they weren't either. They weren't trying to show you their weaknesses, their vulnerabilities, but, you know, they weren't trying to. Okay? And I think, you know, that's something you should be able to understand, because we might judge someone to say, oh, how come they didn't let me know or whatever. But I mean, how can you say that if you didn't let them know either, you know? So it's the same energy, you know, except they had a whole lot of shit that they were going through. And I think in some way you were carrying that for them. You were helping them. And I think that you weren't aware of this, okay? That you, like, on an energetic level, you know, because this is your partner, and that you were carrying some of the burden emotionally. You know, you were helping them without even knowing it. Okay? And as long as you felt, but it's like that loneliness is what they felt. You know? I think there's something that they haven't been able to let go of. Okay? I think that's what I'm getting for this devil energy, is something that they, from the past, that they haven't been able to let go of. It kind of haunts them. Yeah. That's what I'm getting, guys. Okay? Um the past. It's the past. It's from the past. Okay? Um let's see. Let's see what intentions you guys have toward each other. What can you expect? Holy Spirit, what? Well, I'm just going to look at their intentions towards you, okay? Well, no, we'll do both if we have cross watchers. Okay. These readings are timeless, by the way, so from the time that you watch it, it'll apply for the next week and a half or so, okay? But it's from the time you watch it, not from the time it's recorded. This can be, you know, whenever, I believe, whenever you're meant to see this is when you're meant to see it, you know? However it came about that you watched it, you're here right now watching it, it doesn't matter. The point is that you're watching it now, and if this reason is resonating for you, this is the time that you're meant to watch it, okay? Okay. I don't know, guys. I just feel like there's a need to be refreshed, like that breath of fresh air. Like, I feel just a lot of stagnation. I feel like there's a lot of stagnant energy, guys. We need to get the energy moving. You know what? If you can, maybe, you know, rearrange your furniture. I just feel like there's this, I feel kind of like a suffocating energy. I feel suffocated, like really stuffy. Okay, there's a need to get things moving, to move things around, to get that energy rotating, circulating. I mean, it just, it's heavy, guys. It's heavy. Okay, Holy Spirit, what are Leo's intentions towards their person, please? What are Leo's intentions towards their person, please? What is Leo's intentions towards Leo's person? I think, Leo, like, you need a rest. You need to rest. Okay, Leo, I have two messages here. Your intentions towards them are, you know, you want to start fresh. Just like you're saying, there's this stagnant energy, and what I'm picking up on is, because we have these cards right here, but this, to me, I'm what I'm getting. Okay, what I'm getting is that you have to deal with this. Like, you have to rest, and you need to deal. There's this. You have an issue from your childhood, Leo. And that's what creates, like, where all this yelling comes from, okay? You Maybe your parents yelled, okay? And so it's just something that you do because it's like, we do what we're taught. We become our parents a lot of times. But you can't treat your partner like a child, okay? They're not a child, okay? It's not fair and it's not right for you to speak to them as if they were a child, okay? But it's like, at the same time, it's kind of like, this is how you were spoken to as a child. And I think this is going to be, the hardest thing for you to deal with. But I like what I'm seeing is just like you want to start fresh, and I think you want to leave that, behind, to start fresh from like that, away from that, if that makes sense. Okay, you guys? So now we're going to look into what their intentions are towards you. Okay. Okay, Holy Spirit, can you please tell us what intentions does Leo's person have towards Leo? What intentions? Let me move these things over here, guys. What intentions does Leo's person have towards Leo? What's Leo's intentions? Leo's person's intentions. Leo's person. The person Leo's dealing with, what are their intentions towards Leo, please? So they want to move forward. And you see how there's a dove here? It's like this white. So it's like a hope. So this is like a really positive moving forward. It's not moving forward away. It's like moving forward positively, to a more positive place. Spirit, show me Leo's person's intention towards Leo, please. Yeah, to start a new cycle with you, Leo. They want to start a new cycle. So we have two major arcanas. Like, so this person, I mean, this is the person that you're dealing with, Leo, is going through a lot. They have, there's a lot of major arcanas here. So the relationship with you is it's a big deal. Like, it means a lot to them, okay? And they might not tell you this, they might not show it all the time, but they do want this, okay? They do want this with you, and they have hope. They have hope, to move this forward, to start something new. Okay, you guys? So let's see. We're going to see what advice there is and what might be blocking you. What's blocking the situation? Spirit, what blocks are there? Holy Spirit, what's blocking the situation from moving forward? What advice do you have for Leo? Whoa. What advice do you have for Leo, please? So if I'm getting kind of like this it's kind of like a indecision. Like, you might have more options, Leo. You might, like, it's like a kind of like a back and forth energy, like indecision. There could be a drinking problem or anything with drugs that's blocking the connection, okay? But like anything like that causes indecision, like, I'm just getting kind of like it could be like an alcohol problem, or drugs, okay, you guys? Anything that you might that might be abused, and that might cause some, like, you not to be sure exactly about what you want. Yeah, I don't know if one of you guys drinks. If it's not that, it's having more options, you know, so not putting all of your energy into this relationship. Okay, you guys? Um, what advice do you have for Leo, please? What can they do to help this relationship? Whew. Wow, there goes a lot of cards. Oh, okay. So give freely. I'm seeing, you know, what I'm getting from these cards, guys, is to work on yourself, work on, you know, your stability, you know, your money, whatever you do, work on that, kind of strengthen that, so that you're more independent, and you might not need so you might not need somebody, you might not rely on other people for money, and to be open, you know, with your emotions. That's the advice. And, you know, don't talk about it. You know, you don't want to give to everybody. It just be selective about who you give to, your energy to, your time to, who you talk to, who you give your love to. Okay. And but you know, if this person is important to you, open up to them. All right, you guys, that's what I'm getting. Okay, so I hope this helped, Leo. Let me know in the comments if this resonated with you. As always, please like, share, subscribe, anything to help promote the channel. You guys, I really appreciate it. Each and every new subscriber is celebrated. I pray for you guys. I'm thankful for you guys. I really do. I appreciate you. And see you guys again next week. Okay, take care. Be safe. Bye.